possible. I try to do these live streams where we take an entire catalog of a band's music or an artist's music and we hit shuffle on the Spotify and we do a song versus song battle. And we're going to do that with Against Me tonight. I don't think we've done them yet. I am trying to think of some other ideas for some other days of streaming live. Maybe we'll do some albums versus albums or bands versus bands or anything like that. So let's just start going through the Against Me songs. You can leave them in the chat or you can do it later on because there's 0 of you here right now. Now there's 1. And make sure the sound is off. We don't want to get sued by Against Me, who are apparently disbanded. It's such a bummer. But I am looking forward to Laura Jane's new musical experiments. I think there's a band name. I think she decided on a band name for her new stuff. I Still Love You, Julie. We always like to start at the beginning and then shuffle. I Still Love You, Julie is going up against Because of the Shame. And I love Because of the Shame. So that one's just a landslide winner right there. Some of these are hard to pronounce. Cliche Guevara. It's a good song. Cliche Guevara versus Y'all Don't Want to Step to Dis. I'm going to go with the first one on that. Rice and Bread versus I Still Love You, Julie. We got that song again. I'm going to go with Julie on that one. Cavalera. How do you say these words? Cavalavar Eternal. Cavalavar Eternal versus Reinventing Axl Rose. I'm going to go with Axl Rose. Yeah, I love them. I've seen them once, and I really hate that they're apparently just not getting back together. They're breaking up. They've broken up. Okay, we got Jordan's First Choice versus Crash. I go Crash. Holy Poop versus Violence. Ooh. I'm going to go Violence. That was tough. Yeah, I don't think I dislike that many songs by this band. I think I like pretty much all of it. Boyfriend. Ooh, Boyfriend versus Black Me Out. Ooh. Black Me Out. Go with my gut instinct there. Cavalrarar Eternal versus We Laugh at Danger and Break All the Rules. I'm going to go Laugh at Danger. I'm going to go Laugh at Danger. Ha ha ha. Sink Florida Sink versus You Look Like I Need a Drink. You Look Like I Need a Drink. Rapid Decompression versus Delicate, Petite, and Other Things I'll Never Be. Ooh, that's tough, but I'm going to go with Delicate. I really love Shapeshift with Me. A Brief Yet Triumphant Intermission versus How Low. I go How Low. I go this low. You Look Like I Need a Drink versus Suffocation. I go Suffocation. High Pressure Low versus Tonight We're Going to Give It 35%. I go Low. Mediocrity Gets You Pairs versus Black Me Out. I'm going to go Black Me Out. I've gotten some hate for it, but I like New Against Me better than Old Against Me. Sorry, not sorry. Miami versus Full Sesh. Same thing here. I like Full Sesh better. Those anarcho-punks are mysterious versus Russian spies. Russian spies. Unsubstantiated rumors are good enough for me versus the Energizer. I'm going to go with the unsubstantiated rumors are good enough for me. Born on the FM waves of the heart. Oh man, this is one of those really, really special songs for me. So what could beat it? Versus Occult Enemies. FM Waves of the Heart. One of the few Against Me songs that I know real people that really, really love that. Money Changes Everything versus Don't Lose Touch. Don't Lose Touch. Stabitha Christie. Oh, Stabitha Christie versus Baby I'm an Anarchist. Oh, man. Stabitha Christie for the guts and glory, baby. Transgender Dysphoria Blues versus Haunting, Haunted, and Haunts. Oh my God. I gotta go Dysphoria Blues. That was brutal. That was hard to pick. Justin versus New Wave. Justin loses. Untitled versus... We got all the songs. Untitled versus Thrash Unreal. Thrash Unreal is just one of the greatest heartbreaking songs of all time. So it wins there. Miami versus Pints of Guinness Make You Strong. Miami. Joy versus Pints of Guinness Make You Strong. I'll go Pints on that one. TSR, what does that stand for? Versus Fine Great. I think... Wait, Fine Great by Modern Baseball? That's not Against Me. TSR, I guess, wins against Modern Baseball. That was weird. And then Hot Shots versus La Ha Acres. La Ha Acres wins, for sure. First High of the Morning versus The Politics of Starving. I'm going to go with the high in the morning versus starving later in the day. How Low versus Scream Until You're Coughing Up Blood. Oh, I think I'm going to go with Scream on that one. Animal versus Lost and Searching in America. Animal. Jordan's First Choice versus Cliche Guevara. I'm going to have to go with Cliche Guevara on that one. Unprotected Sex with Multiple Partners versus White Crosses. White Crosses. The Shaker versus Bleep My Life 666. Oh... Bleep My Life. Bleep My Life. Bamboo Bones is going to beat just about anything. Bamboo Bones. What God doesn't give to you. Bamboo Bones beats Pints of Guinness Makes You Strong. We got some Fall Out Boy-like titles in here, man. Buddy, what do you think about that? Searching for a Former Clarity loses to Provision L3. That one's pretty close as well. Violence versus Up the Cuts. Up the Cuts. Gypsy Panther beats Sink Florida Sink. And Unsubstantiated Rumors. Oh my gosh. Unsubstantiated Rumors versus Even at Our Worst, We Still Make Better Than Most. I'm going to go Rumors, right? Rumors beats that other paragraph title. Those anarcho-punks Are Mysterious versus La Jolla Acres. I really like everything on that album, so I'm going to go with La Jolla Acres. One by One versus From Her Lips to God's Ears. One by One. Bob Dylan Dream beats those anarcho punks. Holy shoot poop. Oh, we got the poop versus the piss. Holy poop versus piss and vinegar. Piss wins. Walking is still honest beats total clarity. Those are some, oh man. I was a teenage anarchist versus paralytic states. Paralytic states. Because of the shame versus new wave. Because of the shame. Slurring the rhythms. Ooh. Slurring the rhythms versus Spanish moss. Spanish moss. Miami. Miami versus Americans abroad. Americans abroad wins that battle. Turn those clapping hands into angry balled fist. Loses to Osama bin Laden as the crucified Christ. These are things I never thought I'd say out loud. So much more versus Justin. Justin's just getting beat across the board, unfortunately for Justin. Untitled bonus track versus Joy. Untitled bonus track. Rapid decompression versus transgender dysphoria blues. The blues wins on that one. Bitter divisions beats we laugh at danger and break all the rules. High pressure low versus all this. I go high pressure low. That surprises me, but that was my gut instinct. My gut instinct surprised me. The ocean the ocean beats unsubstantiated rumors. Question mark. People Who Died cover. I have People Who Died. I have the original. I have this one and Paradigm, the rapper. And Paradigm's got the best cover version of this song. People Who Died versus Miami. People Who Died. Norse Truth versus Unprotected Sex with Multiple Partners. I'm going to have to go with Norse. No, wait. Multiple Partners beats Norse Truth. One of the very rare instances where old beats new with Against Me. Reinventing Axl Rose versus Pints of Guinness. I'm going to go Pints of Guinness. Burn versus 1203. 1203, one of the greatest songs of all time. You Must Be Willing. Oh, man. You Must Be Willing versus Don't Lose Touch. Oh, man, that's probably the toughest one yet. I've really gotten attached to You Must Be Willing, like, lately. But maybe Don't Lose Touch overall better. Rebecca versus strip mall parking lots. I go Rebecca. I remember when I first got Shapeshift with me, I was still burning CDs, and I left off Rebecca. And then I discovered Rebecca later on. And Rebecca is glorious. Sorry, strip malls. True Trans Soul Rebel versus Rice and Bread. We got to go with Rebel. Americans Abroad. I wonder if I have my book back there. Americans Abroad versus A Brief Yet Triumphant Introduction. We got Americans Abroad. We Laugh at Danger versus White Crosses. I go White Crosses. Reinventing Axl Rose versus From Her Lips. I'm going to go From Her Lips. What We Worked For versus Cavalier Eternal. Cavalier Eternal. I want to get my Against Me book out. That's such a good read. 8 full hours of sleep. What is that? Versus Don't Lose Touch. I'll give it to Don't Lose Touch on this one. You guys have any suggestions? I got no suggestions coming in. Walking is Still Honest versus the Western World. I'm going to go Western World. Walking is Still Honest versus Ache With Me. Ooh. Ache With Me. I Still Love You, Julie versus Mutiny on the Electronic Bay. Julie. 333 versus We Did It All for Dawn. 333. Pretty Girls versus A Brief Yet Triumphant Intermission. The Girls wins that round. Unprotected Sex versus I Was a Teenage Anarchist. Anarchism wins. How Low versus I Think I Finally Love Myself. That's a different band as well. I'm going to go with Against Me beats the hers. We're Breaking Up versus Unconditional Love. We're Breaking Up. Dead Rats. Oh my God. The greatest song ever. The greatest song ever. Get up. Don't move over, Dave Grohl and Pete Townsend and Flea. Move over, Banksy. Where'd everybody go? We got the book out. Dead Rats. Greatest song of all time ever. I think Dead Rats might be the greatest song of all time. It beats Impact, for sure. Spanish Moss versus TSR. Spanish Moss. F My Life 666 versus TSR. The first. Problems versus Drinking with the Jocks. I go Drinking with the Jocks. And One by One versus Unconditional Love. I go Unconditional Love. Hey, this for $6.95. Was $28. Any good pictures I can show you? This is well worth buying. You should buy it. CB Standing Naked. Oh my goodness, there's some nasty stuff in there. Pro Indie Set, Stupid, Sire, Full Blown, F Out. Whoa, Bruce Springsteen. Maybe, I don't know if I have an acoustic guitar in here. We can get freaking crazy with this. This is Against Me. It's punk rock, man. We got all night, man. Nobody watching this shit. I don't know how to use this. Not feeling good tonight, man, guys. How far are we? We're 18 minutes into this bullcrap. I almost killed the Chihuahua. Gotta get this secure. Gotta get him out of here. I don't want to kill the Chihuahuas. Buddy, what is happening, man? Alright. Panelist up. Somebody just woke up from my nap. Bob Gunn. Okay, let's go with Unconditional Love versus Problems. I'm going to go Unconditional. Beginning in an Ending versus Rice and Bread. Beginning wins over Rice. David Johansen's Soul versus Pretty Girls. I go Pretty Girls. True Trans Soul Rebel. Oh, versus the Ocean. True Trans Soul Rebel. You Look Like I Need a Drink versus Turn Those Clapping Hands Around into Angry Bald Fists. Oh man, I guess Turning. Two Coffins loses to the Mover. Osama bin Laden versus Mutiny on the Electronic Bay. That one goes to Osama. I never thought I'd say that either. Bitter Divisions versus Bleepicide Bomber. Bleepicide Bomber. High Pressure Low versus You Look Like I Need a Drink. High Pressure Low. Turn Those Hands versus Sink Florida Sink. Turn Those Hands. Sink Florida Sink is one of the earlier songs I heard by Against Me, and I wasn't crazy about it. It was on the Rock Against Bush collection, and it didn't really do much for me. Slurring the Rhythms versus Cliche Gavora. I'm going to go Cliche Gavora. Soul Surrender loses to White Crosses. And I Was a Teenager loses or beats Problems. Sink Florida Sinks loses to Stop. And the Disco Before the Breakdown loses to Thrash Unreal. White People for Peace beats Exhaustion and Disgust. Dead Friend is going up against Laura Jane Grace with Yesterday Part 2. Dead Friend, sorry Laura Jane Grace, but I mean it's both you, right? So Yesterday loses to Dead Friend. And I think we have shuffle. We got some messengers. We got Drinking with the Jocks versus the Mighty Boss Tones. Red City, Rancid Indestructible. Yeah, this is a good shuffle to jump from, but we'll probably turn on now that we've done all those. I'm not feeling real great tonight, but Against Me, what can we do here? Find a really good one. Apocalypse. Got those bamboo bones. Acoustic or electric? Ooh, I can't play B chords. That's ridiculous. Black Me Out. I think I have some. I have some bookmarked. Guitar chords. Crash. I can do Crash. I don't want to though. You're cheating hard. Oh, love, Jesus, don't want me for Sunday. 'Cause Sundays are not made like me. Don't expect me to cry for all the reasons I had to die. Don't ever ask your love of me. Don't expect me to cry for all the reasons I haven't got. Don't ever ask your love of me. What you got, buddy? Get out of here. It's gonna get dangerous. Too dangerous for the Chihuahuas. Too dangerous. It's going to be unprotected live performances, man. Might be too dangerous. Holy crap, third fret? Are you insane, Laura? It's gonna take you home. 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 Just can't let your train take you home. That's forever. That song even come up in the discussion? We got all night, man. We got all night. We're gonna do. That sounded terrible. We'll be right back, buddy. You all right? Hey, buddy. Blue or white? I think blue. For the saddest stuff, we got the bluest picks. Oh man, this is such a great band. that you can forget. Making yourself up as you go along. Don't howl through the song, buddy. I know it's what I can do. Who's gonna take you home tonight? Who's gonna take you home? Who's gonna take you home tonight? Who's gonna take you home? Does God bless your transsexual heart? True transo rebel. You should have been a mother. You should have been a wife. You should have been gone for years ago. You should be living a different life. It's gonna take you home tonight. It's gonna take you home. It's gonna take you home tonight. It's gonna take you home. Does God bless your transsexual heart? True transo rebel. True transo rebel. True transo rebel. It's gonna take you home tonight. It's gonna take you home. It's gonna take you home. Does God bless our transsexual heart? True transo rebel. True transo rebel. Great book, great band. Yeah, see, how does this book like? What happened? What happened with It Gives Me Jones Yet? My voice was shot. Over and over, I failed to play the intro riff for F My Life 666. Moving. Chris Norris. Oh, that's interesting. You do one more for the road. Don't Lose Touch versus Bob Dylan Dream. Don't lose touch. Don't ever lose touch. We're going to put this book back on the shelf and put them old records back on the shelf. God dang, why do I have so many Green Day records? Justin, we're going to give Justin a chance to battle Scream It Until You're Coughing Up Blood. But Justin's just not that hardcore, man. He can't deal with it. You Look Like I Need a Drink versus Walking Is Still Honest. Walking beats drinking. If you didn't know. White People for Peace are going up against One by One. And White People for Peace wins that round. First High of the Morning beats the untitled bonus track. And Pints of Guinness Make You Strong versus Osama bin Laden as the Crucified Christ. To go with the latter on that one. I Was a Teenage Anarchist versus Problems. Problems loses. Those anarcho-punks are mysterious versus Untitled. Anarcho-punks wins that round. 1203. 1203 versus New Wave. Holy crapola. Gotta take a shot of my father of all dark roasts. TM. I Was a Teenage Anarchist, but I'm going to say, God dang, New Wave versus 1203. I'll go 1203. Don't tell anybody, though. I got to keep my cred. I Was a Teenage Anarchist versus All This. Go Anarchist on that one. The Ocean versus F My Life 666. The Ocean. 333 beats the Unsubstantiated Rumors. And Animal beats Turning Those Clapping Hands into Angry Bald Fists. From Her Lips versus Piss and Vinegar. I like the Piss and Vinegar. Total Clarity is nice, but Stabitha Christie is better. Stabitha Christie. That's a newer one that we can kind of enjoy as the band is gone forever and never coming back. Hopefully they're coming back. Man, I'm sick. Oh. High Pressure Low versus S Bomber. High Pressure Low, right? And Bitter Divisions versus I Still Love You, Julie. I'm going to go Bitter Divisions. And Don't Lose Touch loses to Spanish Moss. I really like that one a lot. Unsubstantiated Rumors versus David Johansen. I'm going to go David Johansen. White Crosses beats Sink Florida Sink by a billion. Burn loses to Pints of Guinness. Guinness? I drink that. I don't know why I can't say it. Sorry. Not sorry, buddy. Up the Cuts. Up the Cuts versus The Ocean. The Ocean. Lost and Searching in America beats Sink Florida Sink because that song is not good. Miami loses to Rapid Decompression. And Problems beats Jordan's First Choice. And Dead Rats beats Everything Ever by anybody. But it also beats Americans Abroad. Wow! I'm sorry, buddy. I'm a wacko. All I see is such a great band. That's all anybody ever said. Spanish Moss versus Unconditional Love. Spanish Moss. One by One beats The Pretty Girls. La High Acres beats I Love You, Julie. And How Low loses to Cliche Culvera. Unprotected Sex loses to Occult Enemies, oddly enough. And Hot Shots beats Joy. We're Breaking Up beats Mutiny. And Drinking with the Jocks beats Violence. Strip Mall Parking Lots beats Joy. And Born on the FM Waves of the Heart beats Full Sesh. But Man, that one should not have, I shouldn't have said that so quickly. Because Full Sesh is amazing. And before we get off here, let's see. Pretty sure we've got a new name. Ooh, new video for Hole in My Head. I gotta check that out. But I saw there was like a new name. Decides new name for band. The Mississippi Medicals. Laura Jane Grace and the Mississippi Medicals. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. The Mississippi Medicals. That's interesting. That's different. It's unique. It's pretty great. Pretty great. It'll take time to get used to, but I like it. That's all, folks.